Hi everyone, Rob from Active Health Clinic here. In this video, I want to talk about an issue that a lot of my patients have when it comes to pacing. A lot of people, when they're first starting to implement pacing into their days, so they're trying to experiment with what works, find that moving from an active state, so doing something that's exertional, physically or mentally, they find it really difficult to switch off. They know that they need to and they want to and they plan to, but then their body and their mind just don't seem to want to cooperate. And this is really, really common. This is what I call, there's a lag period in our nervous system and in the way our body works. And probably the best example of this in everyday life is transitioning between sleeping to being awake. Now, unlike a machine, when you just turn something on, we don't just spring to life and start operating at 100%. There is this transition period, which can take up to an hour or two, where the situation is this, where we've been asleep or at rest for a couple of hours at least. Our body becomes attuned to that state. So our nervous system winds down, our hormones wind down, and everything just becomes restful. And then when we wake up, like I said, we don't just spring out of bed. We're not just suddenly full of energy, although some people weirdly are. It's far more common to need to just gradually wake up. And then it might be an hour or two later where you actually start to feel like you're more energized and properly awake, or maybe more than that. But that's just how our bodies work when they've been in a particular state for quite a while. Now, this is what happens. This is what's happening when people find it really difficult to switch from an active state to a rested state, i.e. pacing. When they've been doing something for quite a while, their body will become attuned to that. And then transitioning into a rested state can take some time. That's the lag period. Now, this is mostly common in people, like I said, who are just starting out with pacing and just trying to get the timing right. And the solution here is actually greater frequency of rests. So what we often find and what we land on in the end is that we figure out that, hey, I think maybe you're not actually pacing yourself quite enough. We just need some more frequency. What's happening is your sympathetic nervous system is getting really, really wound up. We're getting different stress hormones rising, and we're getting neural activation. And then you're saying you want to go and rest. Well, your body's not there yet. And there are a couple of strategies that we can use that I call bridging strategies to bring ourselves back into the moment and just speed things up. But really, what we want to try and do is pace a bit more frequently so we don't get so much sympathetic activity going, which is generally the culprit of these fatigue and pain conditions anyway. So, I hope that makes sense. And if this is something that resonates with you, please put some comments, let us know. I'd love to hear more about how this works for you. And also, please share it as well with other people who you think might be feeling the same way. Also, as always, check out our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channels for more videos just like this one. All right, have a great day.